Hi Leo, my ascendant brothers and sisters, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, thank you so much for all of your support. You know it truly means the world. If you would like to book a personal tarot reading with me, you can do so on the website addressed below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless all of my decks of the cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your, or should I say us, on our paths to our highest vibrational good. So let's have a look, see what the week ahead has in store for us. What is our destiny card, the overarching or overriding theme or energy that comes through? This week we get the Magician card, right? We got the power. So the Magician card is a powerful card. It's a card that kind of says to you, you have the ability to shape the world, your life, your experience into whatever it is that you want to. By aligning yourself with the divine will works through you, which is effectively saying if you can tap into your own power and utilize that power and make it a directed force, you know, to be definite of mind, to have clarity of purpose and purity of your own power. If you can tap into those things, you can really make some headway this week. Now, the Destiny card is, it's that overarching theme for sure, but the Magician is about your personal power. It's about reaching the height of your game or the height of, you know, the peak of your industry. You could be very, very popular this week. You could be thrust into the limelight in some way, shape or form. Interesting that this card comes up for Leo because it's already come out before and in a similar fashion. So that's, you know, that's one aspect of it. There could be some very big project that completes for you this week as well, Leo. If there's something that you've been working on behind the scenes, something you've been pushing for, or something that you feel like you haven't necessarily got a lot out of, but you've worked really hard on, this is where you could start to see some of those rewards. This is where you could start to see some of these, you know, almost get those little glimpses and tastes of the successes that are about to come. It also represents communication because it's ruled by Mercury, or rather represents Mercury. So this could be speaking, writing, public speaking. It could be a book, it could be a blog, anything of that nature that is literary or creative or communicative in some way, shape or form. All of this stuff is going to come up for you this week. So let's give it some context with the Direction card. Yeah, that feels good. All right, so we've got the Five of Wands, right? So it looks like you may be introduced to a new group this week. It looks like you're interacting with a lot of people. There's lots of communication. My advice to you, any invite that you get this week, go along, right? It's really, really important. And the reason I say go along is because the chances are you could end up rubbing shoulders with somebody or having a conversation with somebody that really sets you on the best path to your own success, right? This is about you moving forward to become the best that you can be. And one of the best ways for you to do that is interaction with other people. So it looks like there could be an invite this week of some sort, because the Five of Wands is other people. It's groups of people, lots of people talking at once. You know, everybody's got something to say. So going to be an interesting week for sure. Let's have a look at the behind the scenes. What's going on with your insight card? Okay. This week you got the Five of Swords, right? So you got double fives. There's going to be lots of communication this week, possibly some challenging communication this week, right? Especially if you're an Leo ascendant. Mercury will have finally gone direct this week, but it goes direct in your 12th house. So, you know, whatever happened at the start of July, sort of going into the start of July, you may sort of start to feel or experience those things again, or finally get to lay them to rest. Now, with the Five of Swords, I always say to people, don't let somebody make you compromise who you are to act in a way that's not truly, truly expressive of who you are. Now, your insight is what's going on behind the scenes. So Yes, there are lots of invites. Yes, there's lots of communication. Some of this communication could be uh, testy, to say the least, right? It is the Five of Wands, you do the Five of Swords, and you do have the Five of Wands. Fives, in their very nature, they're a little bit irritative. You know, they create friction, they create change. In fact, the number 5 would be akin to a square in astrology, even though a square is, you know, a square. And the reason being is because they make you uncomfortable enough to make a conscious change. It's that energy that makes you say, right, fuck this, I don't like this, so I'm going to do something about it. But like I said, it does look like you're having some conversations that are really going to grow you, possibly by challenging you, possibly by you challenging somebody else. But with that Magician card there as your destiny card, this is a week for you to really speak your mind. Don't hold back, say what you feel, and ultimately, by doing so, you might find, I don't know why, but there's something here with these 3 cards that's saying television to me. So if you know, I think it's RuPaul, whose mentor, or one of his mentors, was Gore Vidal, is always saying never, you know, and they are number 5 as well, so which is all to do with the sensual world, but never pass up an opportunity to have sex or to be on TV. So you know, maybe, you know, try not to have it be both at the same time. You know, couple caught having sex in public area. You know, all jokes aside, there is something about this that feels like you may be pushed into the limelight this week. I'm not entirely sure why. It might be because of a debate. It might be that, you know, you're walking down the street and somebody shoves a camera and a microphone in your face. It could be all of those. So with that said, if it's not too personal, please let me know in the comments how it shapes up for you. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Take care, and I'll see you soon.